Good morning. And here we are, another beautiful morning in sunny England. Hope you're well. And if you're joining us for the first time, please, phone's ringing. So hope all is well. Hope you had a great weekend. And beautiful win for England last night, or early hours of this morning, should I say. So congratulations, we're in the quarterfinals. Absolutely beautiful, and it's a good game as well. So what's the market doing today? Let's have a look. So in a moment we'll start looking at our trade cards and what we're doing with those, but the day is actually selling. So we had Friday, Thursday, Wednesday buying last week. Morning, Raj, how you doing? Good. Number of days of buying. Gold was up, tail was up, but it's down today, right? Morning, Petra, hope you're well. Hope you're enjoying the weather. Hope you managed to get some sleep. All the excitement of England. Fantastic match. Got a couple of hours of buying. So London's open on a buy. And then we've got the 5 minute, which is where we live, as you guys know. And there we are. I did a little bit of trading last night, along with watching or waiting for the match. So obviously it was delayed by an hour, and but yeah, what a thrilling match. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the first trade card of the day. Just going to get that part ready. I sincerely hope you had an amazing weekend. The weekend of two halves, half with my family and half chilling out at home, which is the best kind. Okay, we are ready. Yeah, nice one, Raj. Yeah, why should we make them money? Look, the money's there, right? The money's there on the table for you every single day of the week. The market trades. Let me see if the media needs to turn down slightly. Yeah, let's get that into perspective, right? So yeah, the money's on the table 5 days a week, and very often now, Sunday night, we like, as you know, we're a trading household, and we actually like trading on a Sunday night. Market open, Mrs. J did 2.3% last night, trading done for the day, and the day's hers. Equally, I didn't trade as much in that way. I had other things that I was doing admin wise, but yeah, a couple of good trades, nice bit of profit, 1% up last night, and then it was like, let's watch the football, which was great. Yeah, enjoy yourself. Cheers. My first early cup of coffee today. So tell me where you watched the match and how it was and how it feels to be in the quarterfinals. I'm thrilled to bits. So pleased for us. And you know, it gives us all a good feeling. We don't get a lot of good news in life. Okay, so here we are. So we're neutral, and so we'll take a few minutes. So Raj asked me something really interesting. So I'm not going to talk about trading the market for the next 5 minutes. We're going to talk about your mindset. What is it that you arrived with here? Because visualization, manifestation has a lot to do with how we are, right? Whereas positive mental attitude won't get you the win without taking the action, but having a positive mental attitude will help you get the win while if you take the action. So that's what I've always found life to be. So you can have two ways of thinking. Yeah. One is it won't work. One is, of course, it will work. Right. So which one do you think it would be better to go into the world with in terms of the way we are in life? Right. So I've always thought that turning up, being early to places, putting your best foot forward is the best way. So setting yourself up for success, getting ready in the morning to trade, having a wash, doing all your morning routine, whatever it is that we do, doing that. Yeah, a little bit of exercise, a little bit of meditation. All of those things help to be a better trader, to be a better person generally. But we just talk about still trading, right? It's a very passive, very sedentary way of doing things, because we sit at a desk or at a computer, whatever it is, or yes, sometimes you may trade on the go. It's not something that I recommend that we do. Okay, it's a business, and yes, you can do certain things whilst you're trading. This morning I closed out a trade. Yeah, I closed out a trade when I got out of bed from last night. That's fine, no problem at all. Okay, market was coming down. TP was set quite low, because if it crashes down, great, you take hold of it. If it doesn't, nice, about 0.75% on that, which is a nice trade for me, right? So that is where you should be. Okay, just visualize what you're doing, prepare, like I always say, have your diary or your notebook. Where are you starting your account from? Where does it need to be? Last night, or the early hours this morning, Mrs. J's like, shuts the laptop down, 2.3% or something. She said, done. Okay. And when you're done, that should be done, because what we're all looking for is a lifestyle, a feeling, right? And if you can win every day, that feeling is a great feeling. And when we lose, it's not such a good feeling, right? We will have those days, but you temper those. You think, oh, great, I've had 5 good days, or 10 good days, or 3 good days, or 5 good days, right? And give yourself messages. I want my account to be this size by then. Okay? Simple. Don't say, I want a bigger account, because what does that bigger mean? A penny means bigger, right? I'm keeping an eye on the time. A penny account means bigger, right? But if you said I want £10,000 by the end of the year, or 20,000, or 50,000, or 100,000, as long as it's achievable, as long as it's physically possible to do it, you're not going to take a pound account to £1 million in maybe not even 10 years, right? So there's a minimum to be had. My personal view is £500 is about the minimum that you need to have in these accounts to give you some wiggle room, to make you some money, and to cover the drawdowns and etc. And maybe a loss or two here or there, right? So that's where you need to be. So Raja suggested that we do some mindset stuff, maybe 10 minutes before we go on, maybe come on 10 to 8. Let's consider that. Okay. So Ian, you're never late, my friend, right? I saw your call and I was just setting up and getting everything ready, because there is a prep to do and there is a routine that we follow before I go live on here. Matthias can't be with us at this moment in time. So, and we ourselves, Matthias and I, hey, I can't make it, or this has happened, or that's happened. They have a young family, so things happen. So, right, let's go get to it. So let's see where we are now. So if you're in the trade card business, it's a sell. So I'm going to put the chart up for you. So not necessarily that you look at this chart, because you should be having your own card. So it's a sell. And let's see where the market takes us. 48. It's a red candle. So remember the steps that we take. Enter the trade without hesitation. So once you decide, just do it. Okay, don't be dithering about, because sometimes it hits TP1 whilst we're watching. Set your stop loss immediately. Set your TP. 4th step, manage your trade to try and get to better than break even as soon as you can. Now you have a trade. If you get to break even, you've got a free trade. If you get to better than break even, that could be TP1, TP2, TP3. There you go. So that's not quite TP1, but it's certainly you should certainly be in profit. So that will then give you a defined outcome, a free trade, or a guarantee of a profitable trade. I don't use I don't use guaranteed lightly. It's one of the banned words within. Brilliant, Raj. 2% complete time to learn. There you go. Yeah. So it's an education. So like I said, I don't use words like guaranteed. So there's certain words within TWK that we don't use. Amazing, guaranteed, those kind of, superlatives that don't really mean anything these days because we hear them so often. So you could have had TP1 on that. Yeah. It's almost down to TP2 before it starts reversing. And that's on you, okay? If you're trading, you should be fully present, trade, and take the profit, especially your first trade. Very, very important psychologically. It's part of that mindset work. As soon as you see a little bit of profit, first trade, take it. Yeah. So if she comes again, give you another chance. That's TP1. That's TP1. And gone back again, which it does. Just coming back again. Just teetering between TP1 and your entry point. But you've got plenty of opportunity to take TP1. And if you feel that it's not going to come down, then take the TP1. If you feel it is, set your break even, set your stop loss to break even, and do it that way. Does that make sense? It's going to be hot week, I believe. Not quite as hot as previously, I'm told, but hot nevertheless. So prepare for that. And if you are doing this full time, if you are able to dedicate all day to this becomes your career, it already has done, then it's a wonderful life, absolutely wonderful life in terms of the fact that the time is yours, you work at your terms, the hours you set, just don't overtrade, right? Make your profit, Raj, 2% done, yeah? And time to learn, as he said. So he's not just saying, oh, I've done for the day. You see how it pulls back? Back to your entry point again. So you could have had the profits. I hope you did. Take your profits. Got 1 more minute now before the next trade card. So I was saying on Friday that don't hang around. You don't have to be sitting here. We're not fund managers. You can take your profits. If you can take your profits at minute 2, minute 3, minute 4 and be ready for the next trade card, what more could you ask for? You see what it does? So either now that should have hit your stop loss, which you had every opportunity to get that to break even, or better than break even. Now, better than break even for me, and it's not. There's a difference between TP1 and better than break even. Look at that. You see? So that may have taken you out now. Yeah, 51 was your trade stop loss. Yeah, and more to the point, we had so many opportunities within that trade to take our profits. Okay, so we're going to refresh. It's 15 minutes past. We're still selling. Not as strong, not quite as strong. Obviously, we've had, and then we don't enter, or I don't enter a sell trade when we've got a green candle. Don't know how far that's going to retrace. I mean, I personally think it's done, but we don't know. Is the short answer? Yeah, we think it's done. We don't know it's done. There's a difference between thinking and knowing. Okay, the whole idea of taking the trade cards that we do, the trade card before it's produced takes 32 million data points. That's what it gathers all the time. So looking at those, okay. So entry point was 51, so it's in the zone of entering. But it can do that. Yeah. So the last trade was better than this one because the probability score was higher. Market wasn't retracing. And so if you sat on that and waited for it to hit your stop loss, or you only got to break even, didn't take the TP1, or I think it got to about TP2, then we're stuck, right? So develop your technique. Have a small lot size, develop your technique of what you're going to do, what your parameters are. Okay, so like I said, the sell wasn't as strong. I didn't take that. There's not a lot of movement. It's not an awful lot. We've got the chart set quite sort of magnified, but there's not a lot of movement in the market at this moment in time. It's Monday morning. The Americans have still got a hangover probably from celebrating their 250 years. We've probably got a hangover from being in the pub till 5 o'clock this morning and celebrating that Jude Bellingham was say ring your boss when he scored those 2 goals. It's great to see him doing so well. Shame about the red card, but hey, soft to say the least. So I hope you're enjoying being with us this morning. Tell us where you're joining from. And if you scan that QR code, if you're not part of what we're doing, you will get the trade cards. It's a simplified version. Without doing anything, you can have those and you can follow us trading for, I don't know how many it is that we do, but you can get a taste of what we do, right? So, we've set that up for you. It's completely free. The whole thing's completely free, but you don't have to open an account without broker and all the rest of it to get a taste of it. So 18 minutes passed. 53 was stop loss, and then hard stop was 56. Mateus uses hard stops more than I do, but that's his technique and I've got my own. There she goes. That would have taken you out. So, but the probability score was only 53. So I wouldn't have taken that. Yeah, so I would certainly not have taken that trade. And neither should you really, but it's your trading account. Don't chase it. To think, if you start with me at 8 o'clock, we've got 2 hours of trading. Okay, those 2 hours of trading is like 20 trading cards. So that is plenty of opportunity to make money. And to be honest with you, 20 trades, if you took them all, you could quite possibly be finished trading for the day. I tend to take 10 to 12 trades to finish off to get me between 2 and 3%. Reg, how many trades you average on a day? So like your 2%, how many trades did you take for that? So 19 minutes pass. Got 1 more minute. Then we go again in terms of pulling down the next trade card, see what it's doing, see what it's saying to us. Okay, it's reading the market for us, so we don't have to. 4 trades, there you go, right? Congratulations, brother. So 4 trades, 2%, 0.5% per trade, done. Right? So now you can be as aggressive or as cautious as you want to be, but you can't be cautious with a 200 or a 300 pound account because the smallest lot size is 0.01. So when I say to you guys, I think £1,000 is ideal, 500 is minimum, it's to give your business an opportunity to make some money so you don't get backed up against the wall. So we're still neutral. The market doesn't really know what it's doing. Don't get frustrated when it's neutral. Raj said something really key today. Time to learn. Learn about the market. What is it doing? So why is it doing this? Let's have a few minutes of education. So eases from 2-week highs, firmer US dollar ways. So it's down a little bit as we can see. Logged a weekly gain last week, right? Gold sees average 4,300 in Q3. So all those forecasts are coming down. And minutes due on Wednesday. Yeah, so what's the thinking? What does the Federal Reserve think? Well, there's going to be some interest rate rises. There's going to be some pain, right? Figures, US Independence Day, suppressed in terms of news. They want to celebrate their 250th anniversary. Don't want bad news out there, but there is storm clouds gathering in the US economy, and if there's storm clouds gathering there, right, we're gonna get the tail end of that. Okay, so dollars edged up, easing bets on Federal Reserve. So they're like, easing means it went from 66 to 54 probability of there being an interest rate rise in September, I believe. So they're just, if they delay it, they just delay the inevitable, right? So it's down a little bit, continues to face headwinds from resilient US dollar. So the Americans want a strong US dollar. Okay, they don't want gold to be the dominant currency or the asset, which it is now. So the gold has more value in the market than the dollar does. And I don't know historically where it's at. I've not read that much, but historically, all the dollars in the world have been worth more than all the gold in the world, type of thing. But that changed. I think it was last month. I've got an article on it, and I'll pull it out for you guys one of these days this week, and just share it with you in terms of that fact. And of course, if you're the most powerful economy in the world, you do not want anything to overtake that. So the Americans are obsessed with keeping the dollar strong, keeping it the main reserve currency of the world, etc., 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 which is totally understandable. Yeah, and it's not a political thing from me; it's just economics, and that's what I read. So that's what they're trying to do. That's what the battle is. And now all of those things are distilled, and that's where you get the price of gold. Okay, but that's in its greater form. But in its micro form, how does it affect us? It affects us because we then know where it's likely to go. And then that's backed up by trade card data. You may take the hour trade cards, the 30 minutes, the 15, or the 5. We take the 5 because it's quick. The simple thing is, Mrs. J saying 2.3% or whatever it was, done. Rajiv saying 2%, done. Take your bit of the market and go home. Okay? Just take your bit of the market and go home. So market overall was easy doing what it's done this morning. It was easy doing that. It was easy doing that. A little bit there. But it's knowing what it's going to do. Okay? So we've got a buying hour. We had a buying hour from 7 till 8. So that was Frankfurt opening. And this is London open. So this is the current session that we're trading. So the market it's green candles on the hour. 1, 2, 3, 4 hours of selling last night. So that was 6. That was the last of the Asian sessions. 5 and 4, 3 and 2. That was 2 to 3. Yeah. So yesterday, this 2 o'clock buying, 1 o'clock selling, 12 o'clock selling. So Mrs. J and I were in this last night, and then I was in some of this, and I woke up this morning to take a profit on that particular trade that I left open overnight. I didn't have any trades running from the weekend, so no swap fees, no nothing, just clean got into the market when the market opened, when I thought it was appropriate. Okay. And I'm personally speaking, I'm happy with 1% if I'm doing this with you guys. If I get a bit more time on my own, then that's a different story. But I have lots of other things to do. So there's running the business as well as trading. So 2%, 3% is great. But if I do 1% and I've got other things on, then not an issue for me. Okay, so we're 25 minutes past. Let's see what the next trade card's doing, what it's saying to us. It's a buy, but it's only 56%. So it's not a strong buy. and that's a red candle on the 1 minute. So you remember what we don't do. We don't enter a buy on a red candle, okay? Don't know how far it's going to drop. So it could be ranging markets. So if you see from here, from 7 o'clock this morning, well, we'll take a bigger time frame. So you see that presents a different picture. That you think, is the market coming down? On the 5 minutes, you think it's just ranging in here, right? So if it's to come down, it's got to push through this, then it's got to push through this and all of this to be coming down considerably. So you see what I mean? It's a ranging market. It's very, very difficult. The data points to a buy, but the market is selling in this minute. Watched a beautiful podcast. An 87-year-old trader, been trading for 60 years. Most money he's ever managed is 160 billion. He still manages about 85 billion. And he was talking about the stock market predominantly being overvalued. It's at its highest ratio that it's ever been. So it's the most expensive. And overvalued means the number of times that, so it's got a PE ratio, profits and earnings. So the PE ratio is the highest it's ever been. So say something's £10 in stock, it's like 31 times or something like that, right? So he says the most expensive, there's going to be a correction. And so he was talking about that kind of stuff, overvaluing the market. And he said, they predicted that there was a bubble a few years ago, and he said, it didn't happen. And people started taking the money. You guys don't know what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. He said, we were just 2.5 years too early, right? 2.5 years too early. So if we're 5 minutes early, 10 minutes early, don't fret over it, okay? We will get it wrong. The data is impeccable. The data doesn't make any mistakes. The market isn't behaving in the same manner, okay? So that's what we get from that. So we will 2 minutes away. We've had one TP1 this morning. Possibly TP2. See, I haven't had a lot of movement in the last 30 minutes. So we'll see what the next 90 minutes unfolds. If you're here for the first time, thank you very much. We do this every day, Monday to Friday, 8 till 10. So we open London. I'm with you for 2 hours. And then we do the same thing again, Monday to Thursday at 1 p.m. Do the New York Open. This is a good opportunity to have 4 hours of trading. We take a data-driven card. And the QR code to get the simplified version is there. That introduces you to it. And if you want the whole version, you have to, we would like you to open an account with our partner broker. That's how we get paid. Otherwise, there's no charges to you. We're not an affiliate marketing networking or network marketing company. And then lastly, if you would subscribe to our channel, that'd be amazing. If you press the bell icon, you'll actually get notifications of when we're live. So Ian, instead of trying to find it, please press the bell icon and subscribe to the channel. And then you will have a notification to say we're live. Ian lost the link this morning, couldn't find it. And so you won't have to look for the link because it'll say Cam Johal live and you can join us. And on that note, somebody's cloned my picture and is trying to set up a Telegram or has set up a Telegram channel in my name, Cam Johal, with my picture. That is not me. They're trading crypto and they're probably going to ask you for money at some stage. It's some kind of scam. So the one thing I would never do is ask you to send me any money. Okay? I don't get into trouble. I'm not going to ask you a favor. I'm not going to be kidnapped, right? So none of those things are going to happen to me. Thank you for that, Petra. Appreciate that, because I don't always see my camera depending on what I'm doing with you guys. So appreciate that. So as I was saying to Don, as long as you can open an account with our broker, which is PU Prime, I can send over the link to you. If you message me there, I can send that over to you. So if you're opening a UK LLC, you'll be able to do that, and you can trade gold with us. It'd be an absolute pleasure, my friend. We do have a few American guys that trade with us, and there's a few more looking to trade. So it'd be great if we have you on board, and then we can have a blueprint for people if that's what they want to do. So 8:35, buy, red candle. So just bear with it. See what you guys are doing, okay? Be careful. And the beautiful thing about this is that trade cards appear 23 hours a day. Okay, so we used to have issues when we had manual trading. We used to have issues around time zones, because when's a British trader going to be doing signals during the British time zone, right? So then obviously when the Americans and the Asians came online, people in Africa are more or less on the same time zone as us, but Australia, India, 3, 4, 5 hours ahead. America obviously between 5 and about 8 hours behind us. So that would be an issue for us, but not anymore. You sit down. We were trading last night, 2 o'clock in the morning. Right? You can pull down trade cards whenever you like. So yeah, my friend, lovely to have you. And happy Independence Day to you for Saturday. So I hope you celebrated. Hope you had a good time. Hope your country is doing well. Donny says it's absolutely amazing. It's never been so good, but I'm not so sure everybody agrees with him. So like we said, trade cards just all over the place in terms of what the market's doing. The data is saying one thing. So remember, the data is never wrong. The data is the data. So we're not interpretation, yeah? I'm not. So when you say international access for Pepperstone, I'm not so sure what you mean. So as long as you are able to open the account and satisfy their KYC, they'll be fine. PU Prime should be exactly the same. And if it's not, let's jump on a call, message me, and I'm happy to arrange a call and we can have a chat and go through the practicalities of it. And I can ask the questions as well. So there's a buy. So that went well. So that would have been entry 58 is TP1. So we had a buy. That's TP1. Okay. There it goes. So as I was saying earlier, it could reach this. And 59 is the top there. So 59.46 was the session top. Been to 42.02, so there's plenty of headroom for it to go higher. Yeah. Yeah, we can look at that, Don. All of those things, I think, much better discussed on a call, and we can arrange that, okay? $38 market is doing incredible things. So it's risen quite a lot whilst we've been on the session. So 8 o'clock was here. Started buying, selling, buying, selling, buying. 39. And that's TP2. Sorry, my apologies, that's TP1. TP1 there. Let's see what it does. We've got 1 more minute before we pull the next trade card down. OMX Gold Futures likely formed interim support at $4,000 an ounce, chart shows. The market talk is $4,000 the new bottom. It's nice to know. It doesn't really affect us. Okay? It has no bearing to do with where we are in terms of how we trade. Heading towards TP2, and it's 40 minutes past, or 20 to 9. Take the next one. We're still buying. We've got a bit more confidence now, 70%. On the direction confidence. So if you're trading, the trade candles are all red. So you should be able to make decent profits. So on the previous trade card, that's TP2 hit. And we're heading towards TP1 for this trade card. So if I'm in trades, then I tend to stay in and trail my stop loss. There we go. So it's gone above this. Just going to put it on the 5 minutes for you. Plenty of headroom for that to go. So it's here now. No problem, Dom. No problem. Introduce yourself and then we can have a chat a bit later on. Let me know what time zone you're in or what time it is for you. And then I'll respect that in terms of it's early wherever you are in the US if you're actually resident there. So that's TP1. There you go. So either take your profit or you're in Hawaii. Wow. Brilliant. So you're the furthest part. So are you in the same time zone as LA or are you even further away? That's a beautiful trade. Heading towards TP2. Illusion time. That's the first time I've heard that. Hawaiian Aleutian time. I've never ever heard that word, Aleutian. Is that how you pronounce it? Beautiful. Right, gotcha. Familiar with LA? Have a lot of family around LA. Interesting, because we have people on from Australia here, so we're like the two widest time zones apart, 9-10 hours behind us and 9-10 hours in front of us. So that's TP1, TP2. Nice trade. I hope you took that. That's TP2. So it's 9:43 in the evening for you, Don? Is that right? So we've woken up and you're not going to bed yet. That's incredible, eh? What a world we live in. I never imagined when we start this that we would have people from Africa. We've had people from Africa, several countries, Australia. I think we've had India a few times. We've had Iran. Yeah, 9:43. I got it. Got you, buddy. I've got that time zone locked in now. There's TP2, TP3. Look at that market go. We're at 8:44 in the morning. So we're London. We invented time. GMT, he says. It's at 8:44 in the morning. Wonderful, isn't it? How we can all come together. Incredible. Like I said, when we started this, never dreamt for a moment that we'd have people from outside of this country, let alone Hawaii and Australia and Kenya and Nigeria, South Africa, India, Iran, Pakistan. So incredible, absolutely incredible. Petra, thank you so much for that little reminder that my camera's off. Really appreciate that. Obviously, when Mateus is here, that's different when it's both of us. Yeah, I've got this magnificent camera that he bought, by the way, not paid for, as in he bought, which just turns itself off whenever it likes. I don't know why it does that. So we've got 1 more minute. That was a fabulous, fabulous trade there. So with 63, so it's been to TP3. Just easing off now. 8:45. So we've been here for about 45 minutes. We've had, this has probably been the trade of the day so far. Yeah, TP3 again. It's fabulous, fabulous trading. $8.45, next trade card. If you're in the trade, you can stay there or take your profit. We're still buying even stronger this time. TP5 is 41.75. So a lot of confidence now in the market just going up. Let's have a look at the hour. Look at that. Look what London's done. Okay. So you were at TP3 for the old trade card as in 5 minutes ago. This one is heading towards TP1. Be a little bit more careful because there can be retracement. So it's in this area now. If it clears this, then it's straight up to around 74. Yeah, beautiful trade. So that's daily pivot point there, that you can see that orange line on my chart. There's a couple of indicators from old times when I used to trade by myself. Oh, brilliant. Give me a shout. So we've been in real estate for quite a long time. We have a nice farm in India in the north. So I'm there in October. I was there in March for 3 weeks. So I'm in India in October of this year for a month. So if you're visiting or if you're visiting the UK, it'd be great. Whereabouts in India are you hoping to buy a home? Three British straight seafronts. Wonderful. Wonderful. We have some beautiful, beautiful countryside in our country. Very blessed. I'm very, very blessed. Okay, so that's eased back a little. So let's go in the 1 minute, see where you are. I'll follow you then. Sorry, I'm messing this up. There. Okay. So TP1 is at 66. Yeah, I've got your comment about is that on WhatsApp? Let me just have a look. I haven't got you on WhatsApp yet. 64, heading towards TP1. So the market continues, had a little breather with that red candle there on the 1 minute. Always done. Always done. Lovely bit of trading there for you. Bend it like Bellingham is the new phrase. I'm still bloody buzzing. What a win. Team full of lions, dare I say. Yeah. We're all our tails are up today, aren't they? So a bit of music there for you. Different to what I'm doing. 65 is heading towards TP1 on that particular trade. So just catching up on a few messages. Obviously get sent a lot of stuff whilst I'm on. 65. Can't answer you guys today because I'm on my own notice. So brilliant. Yes. Great idea. You can trade anywhere. Is that Mr. Kapoor? Should we let you in? Somehow, I did add you, but you disappeared. Matt, I'm in this trade. Fantastic. Great. Good to have you. I don't think we've seen you here before. So 850. Next trade card. Buy. Red candle. Be careful. But the market is tails up. Great to have so many people trading with us. Really, really, really grateful. That'd be great. Anything that you want to do in India, let me know. Love to get involved if we can. Yeah. Fantastic. That's what it's all about. So you have my number. Give me a shout or drop me a message on here. It'd be great to talk. I'm spending more and more time in India now myself. The people of the country are just incredible. Give you the food out of their mouths. So what are we doing? Back to the pivot point, quite an important level. Yeah, fabulous. Yeah, lots of places now. We spent a week in Goa on this side of the coast. And then I spent 10 days in Trivandrum on the other coast a few years ago. And depends how close you need to be to Mumbai or Delhi. Hyderabad's quite a hub for tech. My son was there this March for work. They have an office there. Yeah, so friendly. We've lost a lot of that in the West, haven't we? So that was a buy. Market was coming down. The candle. Oh, let me just make sure. Sorry, I'm on the fire. Yeah. So we shouldn't have been in the market the last 3 minutes. For candles were red. Now you could. 77% direction confidence. So it's not a bad market to get into. In fact, I think I'm going to take that trade. It looks good. Okay, now's the time to get there. 65's TP1. Break even, slightly better. See what happens with it. And don't get hung up about, hitting stop loss or losing a trade. Raj is in hospital and he's trading, by the way. So he's been in hospital for 3 or 4 days now, maybe a week or so. So if he can trade and make 2% sitting in a hospital bed, then so can you, right? What's your excuse? So doctor's doing his rounds, he says, on the ward. So he's in a UK hospital with our glorious National Health Service. I'm in a nice profit now. So 64, 65 is TP1. A little buzz of my decorators grinding and smoothing out my walls. This should be finished by Friday. Fingers crossed, right? Fingers crossed it should be finished by Friday. Been about 3 months now for this refurb, so we're looking forward to it ending. Still have some decorative bits to do afterwards, carpets, bedding and stuff like that. But yeah, all the mucky work should be finished this week. And if you've been on this journey, like I said, you've heard it all banging and bish-boshing over the last 3 or 4 months. But it's part of life, right? So 55, we had a buy. Hasn't moved an awful lot since then, but we're still buying 69%. So 65 is TP1. So market could be bubbling away. Yeah, brilliant. Look forward to it, my friend. Yeah. Be good. So the whole ethos of where we are is education and community. Financial freedom is a word that's too loosely used, but this is what we're creating ourselves with this channel. Over 750 subscribers now, which is mind-blowing for me, because Matthias and I thought we trade together anyway, so why don't we do it online? So absolutely incredible. So if you could subscribe and like the channel, would really appreciate that. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, press the bell icon, and then you won't get lost in terms of you get notification when we're live. And it does sometimes take a few minutes for us to press the button and go live, by the way. So if we missed that kind of 8 o'clock, it's because that just time delay of tech. Somebody suggested that we could come on 10 minutes early to do some mindset stuff. I'm going to look at that, see if I can schedule that in. And we'll do that. So it's just coming back a little bit now. I'm at break even in a small profit on my trade. See where she goes. Let's have a look at the 5 minutes. So come back a little bit. So I did trade on a Sunday. I do like to trade the market open, not straight away because you don't know what it's going to do. Yeah, but probably 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes into it. It shot up yesterday and I looked at it and put in a couple of sells, made some money, left a sell in when I went to bed, and woke up to a nice profit. And of course, the way I work now, in terms of working with you guys, is that I can't always trade these sessions the way I want to. So I do a little bit of trading beforehand. And then I try and trade with you guys, especially if Mateus is, then we can both trade. It's a little bit more work to do when you're on your own, but that's fine. Love it. Absolutely love it. 57 minutes ago. So let's see the hour out in a massive, massive buy. Look at that. Yeah, so it's that level now. Always look left. Yeah, so that, whether that becomes resistance now and it bounces back, we don't know. Doesn't matter. Not doing much. I've got a small profit. I want to take that. Yeah, a little bit of money is better than no money, and it's much, much better than a drawdown. So end of the hour, always be careful because it can be a change of character when an hour occurs. So just level. See, not doing much now. So if you're in that trade and you're at break even or better, have a think about whether you want to keep it where you want it to be. It has been risen quite sharply this hour. Might be a bit of a pullback. So what are you guys planning for the rest of the day? So I shall be out buying paint for the decorators today as soon as we finish it. So Mark is back in terms of rising, heading towards TP1, but we've got 1 minute before we can take the next card. Okay. Just ranging now as we see the hour out, big buying hour that we've just had. So she's still buying to finish off the hour. TP1, 9 a.m. Next trade card, still buying. TP5's 100 pips up the road from here at 41.76. Don, I'm going to call you Don because the only name I can see is 01 ST Don. So I'm assuming there's Don somewhere in your name. It's wonderful. Lovely to see these projects. Lovely to hear about them. Very privileged and grateful that we can see people like yourselves and everybody sharing, people like my friend Raj in hospital, still able to work, still able to make money. This is the beauty of what we're doing here. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah. So that was a buy, but that wasn't a good buy from that point of view. The market has decided to ease up a little bit. I did say it may do. So again, the cardinal rule is that if the market is selling and we get a buy trade card, we don't enter it. Just wait, let it retrace back, and it will go up. But from where, it's going to have some easement, isn't it? Out of this, see all of this kind of stuff. These down, 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 then back up. So you get a better entry, and then if you want that better entry, use your hard stop. Still use your stop loss. Yeah, but use your hard stop for that. always be careful. Capital preservation is the key to an account. Doesn't matter if you don't make money one day, okay? It makes no difference in the long-term plan. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme, it's a business. And people are making millions every single day. Easy enough, understandable. So this hour would have opened, as a sell. First 2 minutes. This could retrace all the way back, or it could go up. We don't really care. We're not fund managers. We're not in this market forever and a day. We're in trades 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Okay? And we can make money buying and selling. That's the difference between trading and investing. As you can see, I'm on the free version of TradingView. You don't need to pay any money to have access to this information. There's actually something really weird going on. I just can't subscribe. I've blocked something in the past somewhere. So which is great. Thank you very much. It saves me a couple £100 a year, because I would subscribe just to get rid of that little bit of sponsorship, but it's fine. So market coming down, easing off. So it could be a selling hour. We don't need to predict what it's going to be. It's just observations, okay? It can quite easily sell back everything that it's bought between 8 and 9. So let's see how it starts. One of my first teachers when I started learning to trade was that you don't trade for the first 5 minute candles, see where the market's going, and then work it that way. So we've been on since 8 o'clock. We've had 2 or 3 really good trades. One of the trades was fantastic, went to TP3, TP1. Generally, market's been ranging and confusing the hell out of us. It's coming down now. 1 minute to the next trade card. That would have been a nice sell, wouldn't it? But we follow the cards. We just follow the information, the data, basically. Totally emotionless. No emotion attached whatsoever. So 6th of July, Americans had their Independence Day, 250 years, the existence of a great nation. So is this the point where it starts rising again? Did it want to ease up? Yeah. We don't need to overthink things. As I said, the 4 steps: enter without hesitation, set your stop loss, set your TP, and move your stop loss to break even or better than break even. And better than break even can be TP1, TP2, TP3 as the trade progresses. Okay, 9:05. Let's see where we are. Are we selling or are we buying? So we're still buying 65%. So this could be a good buy from here. Yeah. So don't enter whilst it's reversing. It's coming back. I took that. Like I said, do not hesitate. Press the button. Manage the trade. We're in profit. Okay. Yep. Set your stop loss. Set your TP. Now you've got a defined outcome. You know how much money you could possibly lose, and you know how much money you will be making. Okay? It will jump up and down, and you'll have a loss, you'll have a gain, you'll have a loss, you'll have a gain. Don't run off, don't be scared. If you're scared of your drawdown, it's because your lot size is too big. Unfortunately, you can't have a lot size smaller than 0.01. So you've got a very, very small account with a few £100s in it, then that seems a lot, doesn't it? Hence my advice from, if you can, is to have £1,000 or $1,000 in your account. Then your lot size can be around about 0.03. So then if you set a lot size of 0.01, you've got some wiggle room. Okay, you could take a second trade, which I often do. So I keep my lot size a little bit lower than I would do normally, simply because of two things. One is I haven't got my full attention on the trading whilst I'm with you. So I can't always set the stop loss fast enough. I can't always hit the TPs fast enough because I've got this to do. And the other thing is it gives me the ability to take up to 3 trades. So I've split my lot size that I would normally have into 3. So I can take 3 trades. So if that's an idea you like, then please do, you can follow it. It's yours. You can have it for free. So I'm in a profit. So 62 is TP1. We hit that. So if you just set your TP to TP1, then you would have been close that trade out. I don't hurry to move my stop loss to break even at TP1 because it's so tight. Sometimes it's 20 pips and it can just hit. And then what it often does, it hits that and it goes up. So need some breathing room for trades. There you go. You should be in profit. That's TP1. My MT5 decides to get stuck. Let's close some tabs. Let's reopen it. There. Yeah, we're in profit. Okay, we're in a little bit more profit before that little down thing, but that's TP1. So you could take some profit on that, or you can hang on and see what you want to do. It's entirely your call. It's your account, your strategy. I can help you with the strategy. Not an issue. So we're on the 2nd hour now of our live session, 2nd hour of London. A lovely gentleman from Hawaii, Don, sharing his business ideas about going to India, buying some properties in the UK. It's a small world now. We can do anything. Okay, wants to help people. It's wonderful. And that's what this community is all about, helping each other, trading for yourself, but not by yourself. Trading's just the baseline. That's how we make our money. There's a lot of things we can do above that and beyond that. So as I was saying, I'm off to buy some paint for our contractors as soon as we're finished here. Going to be another hot day in the UK. Temperatures rising again. The market coming down. As a buy, you could have had TP1. And if you'd taken that, that would give you profit. And you could now take another trade card. Buy conditions are met. So it's still a buy, but red candle. Okay, be careful. Yeah, it'd be good to have a chat with you, my friend from Hawaii. See what your plans are. Always excited to meet people that are on the move. So that's a drop now. Yeah, lovely. Be an absolute pleasure. Wish you well. Have a great night. So our friend from Hawaii is sleeping his time in Hawaii, and it's just wonderful how connected the world can be. Coming up to 12 minutes past 10, and for us it's 12 minutes past 9. So 11-hour time, 12-hour time, no, 13-hour time difference. But people from Australia, which is like 9 hours the other way. So truly, truly a small and united world that we live in. So it's dropped, eased off. A TP1 on that trade, which we could have had. So use your hard stop if you want to get into that now. Market is still saying it's buying. Let's see what the hour's bringing. So is it going to be a selling hour? Is it going to sell off everything that it's bought? London bought between 8 and 9? Or is it going to calm itself down and carry on its upward movement? So I took that buy. So that a 72% probability of being successful. Trades in a small profit now. Not any longer. Break even. Ebbs and flows. Ebbs and flows. All day long. So 58. Coming off there. Let's see where she does. 1 more minute to the next trade card. Given us some decent trades, but not been a brilliant session. Some of them are a lot easier than others. But it's the hard ones that forge the traders that we want to be. That's what challenges us. That's what makes us grow. That's what stretches us. You can't just have a situation where you're not tested as a trader. Resilience, as Matthias refers to it. So the trade cards are free. If you're first time here, click your camera on that QR code. That will take you to our Telegram channel for the TWK Lite, which gives you a softer version of the trade cards, not the full one. So still coming down. Yeah. That's heading towards my hard stop. Just missed it. Yeah. Just missed it. Yeah. We live for another day on that particular trade. And that's the key. If you give your trade room to breathe, right? I'd set that as a hard stop. And you don't know, it could come back and hit it. Let it, doesn't matter. You know, trade's a trade. We let it do what it wants to do. Once the parameters are set, they're set. The only thing we do is trail our stop loss. So when it's in profit, we just move our stop loss up or down, which depending on whether we're in a buy or a sell. So it's 16 minutes past. I don't know whether we missed the 15-minute trade there. So it's neutral anyway. I just pressed it now a minute late. So if you pressed it earlier, you would have got some kind of trade card. I don't know what it would be, but it's neutral at this moment in time. So markets will trace back. We'll have a look at the 5 minutes. Got a little bit of time now for the next trade card. So selling. So as I was saying, there you go. So London's come along, did all this buying. Let's retrace all the way back now. Another 40 pips, $4. It will engulf that complete candle. I still think it's a buying market today. That doesn't mean there's not going to be any selling. Ebbs and flows all day long. Just going to take a look at some information. Just got a couple of messages I want to do with you guys before. Okay. So we had a neutral trade card, so which means don't do anything, don't buy, don't sell, manage any trades that you're in. That did hit my stop loss, so I'm out of that trade. Sorry, the earlier one. This one we haven't hit. It's at 51. So let's see what goes. The market's climbing back. Let's see where we are. 19 minutes. We've got 1 more minute. I've got about 40 minutes with you guys this morning. So we do 8 till 10 on Monday to Friday. Our motto is that you trade for yourself but not by yourself. It's easing up. Let's see where she goes. So the news is 13 minutes ago, gold eases from 2-week high on the firmer dollar. So the dollar's very, very strong. 101 on the index. So if you look at this, dollar and gold usually do the opposite. So there you go. Lots of gaps, massive gaps that will get filled at some point in the dollar. But it's on its way up and has been. So let's have a look. So last hour was selling. We were buying. This hour's buying, we're selling. Tends to do the opposite of what gold does. Gap there to be filled. We'll come back at some stage. It was on the floor a few months ago. So dollar's up and gold is down. Simple. Doesn't always do it, so don't think, all I have to do is look at the dollar. When I first started trading, I used to think, oh great, dollar's up, gold will be down. It doesn't always do that. Sometimes there's a correlation, and they both act, in unison. One's down, the other's up. A bit of a dance going on, but it doesn't always work like that. 9:20. Let's see. Market's not been the kindest to us, still neutral, but we've had a decent TP3, TP2. Morning, Edwin. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Nice to have you join us. Hope you're trading. Let me know when you're ready to fund and actually have real trading going on. No more spider senses this week, okay? Let's just go and do what the market does. Scan that QR code. You can get access to our simplified light version of the TWK trade cards. Full versions available free of charge as long as you open and fund an account with our trading partner, PU Prime. So this was a neutral at 20 past. I'm going to see how we go. Got about another 40 minutes with you guys. Can I really say the market's ranging at this moment in time? Hasn't done a lot since we've been here. So 8 o'clock was 41.47 to 41.66, about 200 pips. So it's how it used to move. So the daily average used to be 250, 300 pips, a price movement of $25, $30. So it's done that, but now it feels slow because it can do 300 and 400 pips every day. So it just feels, oh, is that all it's done? So we used to have to make all our money in these trades, 20 pips, 30 pips, 20 pips, 30 pips. That's how it used to be. Now it's like 50 pips, 100 pips, 200 pips. I still think the market's on its way up. But you know what? I think is very different to what I know or what the data is saying. So trust the data, trust yourself, trust the data. So still easing. Got 2 more minutes. Let's see if the data points to a change of direction or neutral. The beauty of the system that we use is that, of course, it's the only system in the world that actually says neutral. What you'll be doing now, if that was neutral with a manual trader, is you just would not hear anything from them. So I just feel that it's an agenda that we control, and this is the way it's going to go. The data points that it takes, the way it presents the information to you is quite incredible. I don't follow a manual system at all now. We have a fully automated algorithmic trading system. If you have an account already, I think you have my WhatsApp. Message me and I'll send you a template of an email to send to my account manager. And you need to fund your account. As soon as it's funded, we'll give you access to the trade cards, and then you need to use it. Just trade the account. Got to trade with one broker. Why not trade with them? Yeah. So just do that. Okay, bro. Be an absolute pleasure, brother. And no more spider sensing trades, okay? Only scientific trades. Edwin came on a couple of weeks ago. Cam, I'm putting this trade on. My spider senses are telling me this is what's right. Which made me laugh, but you know, it is what it is. But we have data now. Too hot for your spider senses today, is it? I did not realize that spider senses only worked in cold temperatures. 25 past. Great. You guys make me laugh. So it's selling. But the candle's green, so be careful. Okay? Got the trade card, you can see what it's saying. Probability 62%, not the highest. So let it rise and start coming back if you're going to take the trade. If it goes like 23 minutes past, they're not taking it. Now, if you want to get in, you could. So gold's range today from 41.44 to 42.02. yeah. Well, are you tired from watching the match, or were you in the pub? Are you tired from drinking or cheering or just sleep? I was wondering how many would be on here today, actually, after the result. I think it was definitely a case of getting a nap in yesterday afternoon or early evening before the match, and then it was delayed by an hour, wasn't it? Yeah, as I said, I think it's a buying market rather than a selling. So there's been ease. That's just general direction. Doesn't mean it's going to do it today or yeah. I think it's going to go up a little bit from the way the market is behaving. It was a great game of football, wasn't it, Edward? Yeah, really enjoyed it. Fabulous to see. Jude Bellingham, 98 seconds, 2 goals, absolutely stunning. And Mexico gave a good account of themselves. Yeah. Yes, yeah, I saw that. Was it 16 or was it 16 minutes? Wow. Yeah, it was a long game, wasn't it? But you know what? Pleasure. Absolute pleasure. Great game of football. Of course, the result helped. You know, I'm sure the Mexicans wouldn't be as complimentary in terms of how great the game was. But you know what? Somebody's got to lose. And I believe we're in the quarterfinals now, which is brilliant. Raj, are you there?
Good morning, Cam.
Good morning. How you doing, brother?
I'm good, thank you. How yourself?
Yeah, good. Did you give the doctors the right treatment and everything else? Did you tell them what's wrong with them? Did you diagnose them?
Yeah, I did. I was actually going to pitch them training. I said, I was going to ask them because they asked me because what you doing on your phone? What's those graphs about on your phone? I said I'm learning how to trade. I said, would you I did actually say to them, would you like to learn? I mean, we ain't got the time.
Brilliant.
But yeah, all good. How's everybody else? Everybody good? Everybody good?
We're good. It's been a bit of a ranging market this morning, but we had some TP1s, we've had a TP3. You know, it's difficult, isn't it, in some days, but it is what it is.
It is.
It is what it is.
I mean, what I've learned is if you're going to get days like that, stick to your TP1s.
Yes.
And just stick to them and take like you and Matthias say all the time. It's on the table. Take it. Don't wait to take it.
Money on the table, right?
100%. I mean, like you said earlier on, obviously I was up for the football, and they obviously delayed the kickoff time by another hour, and kickoff wasn't until 2. I said, all right, let's have a look at the Asian market. My Asian market, my 2% was done. I said, I'm not touching.
Beautiful.
I'm not touching.
So we're selling. So yeah, we're taking the trade card. It's a sell. So we'll follow it down. So if you're in that, remember the steps. Take the trade. Set your stop loss. Set your TP. Manage your trades. Right. Sorry, Raj, go on.
Yeah. So keep my 2% in the Asia trade, and so yeah, that's it. That's enough. Just have a look at the market, learn about the market, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, 2% on £1,000, it will give you about £60,000-70,000, I believe, in the first year.
100%.
Right. So let's say gave you like you're trading part time. Let's say gave you 50,000. You could start second year with a £10,000 account and have a £40,000 profit at the end of your first year in your business, right?
Correct.
Where do you get that?
Nowhere, unless you work 9 to 5 Monday to Friday.
Yeah.
Even if you get that, so my obviously, I mean, obviously the previous discussions that we've had, my obviously target is 2% a day, which with my capital will give me just under 75,000 for the year.
Beautiful.
And my target is if I can take out my wage, what I currently earn as a full-time employee, take that out and pay myself my wage what I'm earning now. Why do I need to work?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's been 5 years now since we've been in this business, yeah? And so I've been in business in terms of, doing this kind of stuff, teaching, coaching, because I love doing that. Mrs. J, pure trader, right? Nobody knows who she is. She trades. Now, over the last few months, she's actually started trading the Asian session at the Open. So very often by, 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, whatever time it is, she's done trading. So she's done today's trades last night. She got all the days hers.
Exactly. What? Tell me which self-employed industry gives you that luxury?
Yeah. Right.
It doesn't.
Phenomenal lifestyle you can have. Well, that's why you can sit and watch football all night, can't you? Because you don't have to get up.
100%. And then you got to think about with this particular business trading, you've got no marketing costs, you've got no overheads, no rent to pay, no business rates to pay. You've got nothing to pay.
No.
And it's just, and there's not many industries out there that give you that luxury.
And you know something, Raj? Sometimes you inquire for something. These people ring you 100 times, right? I have this call something on my iPhone now where if the number's not saved, they have to tell us why they're calling.
Yeah, that's right.
And they're calling me like on a Sunday, and it's like maybe so and so, like so, right? And you think, so like you said, there's none of that nonsense that you have to take care of. You're not cold calling. Your boss is not breathing down your neck. Have you met that target yet? Right?
Yeah.
No, it's a beautiful business. I love it.
Yeah, I mean, you're going to get days where like you said, you're going to get days where you don't make money, you lose money, but it's part of the game. And emotionally, and I've learned that the hard way, is that emotionally you have to be very, very strong. There's no emotion in this job. You can't be emotional.
That's
absolutely, yeah, you can't. I mean, I'll tell everyone, like I said earlier, I'm an open book. When I first started trading with yourself, Cam, and brilliantly, I made a lot of money, lost a lot of money. My emotions absolutely went absolutely wild, and it started affecting my family life.
Yes.
I said, what am I doing? I said, I've lost that money on my merits. Yeah, it was my fault that I lost that money because I got greedy. Simple. There's no other explanation. Why am I getting emotional? Because it's my own fault.
Yes.
So, and I've learned from that.
Absolutely. Well, it teaches you, doesn't it? You can learn the easy way or the hard way. 35 minutes. Let's take a trade card. See where we're at. So it's still selling. Like I was saying, that hour that we had of buying London, it's just about giving it all up now. And this is why you need to get out of your trades. When TP1s, like Raj says, listen to this man. He's done 2% before we've even woken up, right? So this is what happens. So sometimes it gives it all up. That when there's profit on the table, take it. You're not a fund manager. You're not swing trading.
I mean, remember, guys, with the markets, I wouldn't say the market's unstable, but it is everywhere at the moment because of obviously what's happening around the world. So yeah, TP1, take it. I've been at places where I've entered the market and I've not set my TP. I've not set my stop loss. I'm thinking it's gonna go up, it's gonna go, take that gamble. I turn around for about a second, I come down, and I'm in minus figures. So it's very, very important. Yeah, and I'm sure it's happened to others. I can guarantee that. But I'm just saying, yeah, 100%. Set your TPs. And if you're trading, that is like Cam said, and I've learned a lot from Cam. I'm gonna tell you, if you're trading with £200, £300, £400, £500, 0.01, absolutely the best, the only one you can go for. Set your TP1. Don't get greedy because you haven't got that margin to be greedy. You haven't got that margin. You haven't got the margin. So it's time for you to build that margin. And that's the only way you're going to build it.
That's right. That's right. Have a plan, right?
Mm.
And you're not in competition with anybody. It's your account, and you've put in, whether you put in £2,000. You know, I had a guy earlier this year put in £65,000 to start with. Right? Different league.
Mm.
And some people struggle to put £650 in, right? The other day we had one of our clients at Cam. I've been trading with you about a month or so. My confidence is up. So there's your, what is that? Yeah, it's coming down. That was a sell, the last one. It's coming down nicely. You should have had a nice profit now on that trade. Look at that. Dropping. Thank you so much. Yeah. Nice cup of tea. Cheers to all of you. So we're a nice sell. Beautiful profits now. Yeah. So decent profits. Yes. Take them, because it will snap back at some stage. May come down to here, may come down to here. When there's profit on the table, especially in a ranging market like today. Yeah, get ready for the next one. Make money.
That's why we're in the game.
Sorry, Raj?
I said that's why we're in the game, to make money.
That's the only reason we're in it.
Yeah,
that's the only reason you're in it. That's the only reason you're in it.
Only it.
Right?
True.
Who wants to sit here looking at red and green bloody bars on a chart?
Yeah, very, very true. Very, but you know what? It's better than looking at the spreadsheet.
Yeah, I really enjoy it, Cam. I said, what is there to enjoy? Right? Make money and get lost.
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you why I've got the main reason is I want to better mine and my family's lifestyle. Yeah, that's the whole point of making money, and money will do that, and give me that financial freedom. But what I also thoroughly enjoy about trading with yourself and Mateus is it's not just about training; it's about the mental ability that you give us, and the mindfulness and the joy that comes with the trading. I've seen other trading groups where it's just about trading. It's nothing else. But the other factors that you, Mateus, bring into it, it's just phenomenal. And that actually helps become a better trader.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, Raj, it's about your lived experiences, isn't it? You know, you bring everything into it. You bring your work ethics, the education side of it. That. I mean, I'm sitting in my office at the back. I've read every single one of those books, unless there's one of my kids' books sitting there or something, right? So that's what my knowledge brings. So you've got to be rounded out. Having money, you can be an absolute ass and have money, right? And I've been an ass and I've had money, right? So I've been in that place.
Yeah, 100%. Just about to refresh, actually.
Not to worry. And it happens. Yes, please. Yes, of course. 40 minutes past. So we're still selling. Yeah. We're still selling. Although we've hit the pivot points, so be careful. Could be retracing back a little bit. And Randy, how are you with the when I say don't enter a sell, for instance, when the candle's green? Does that work for you?
I'm learning. I'm still learning that. Actually, one thing that's what I'm focusing on at the moment, because I'm finding it a little bit different. Because say, for instance, now it's on the green candle and the button. Obviously, we've got a sell, and I don't really want to enter the market because it's retracing, it's going up. Okay, so I don't want to enter the market just yet. Well, I'm not trading at the moment anyway, but I'm just finding it I'm just finding it difficult. Do I enter it as soon as it hits green, or as soon as it starts going down, or as soon as it's red? So if I see a glimpse of red, do I enter it, or do I enter it if I see it going down into the best entry? So I'm still learning that little bit.
Okay, so look, the confidence is high at 68 to sell. We've got the current price, we've got the best entry range, we've got the okay entry. then it tells you don't chase it below certain. So that second box of data is vital when you're deciding these kind of things, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't look at the targets at this moment in time. So if you're taking a bit of time, a bit of a backseat, shall I get into this trade? So it's a sell, it's confident. Now is probably when I think, shall I enter this, right? Because you've got the red candle, it's still within range, 52. Yeah. So it's actually slightly below the best entry. It's kind of okay entry, and that's it. I think the other thing is, right, when you've been trading now for we've been here for an hour and 3/4, it's not been the easiest market.
No.
Right. So when it's not the easiest market, take less trades and get out at TP1.
Yeah.
Right. And TP1 for you could be that's at TP1 now, that trade is. So if we would have entered, we'd have got TP1 on that, and you could be out and gone home.
Okay.
And that's the true essence of scalping.
Yes.
So
what I would have done now is that you can if you look at the candle now, it's red.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
That would have entered the market.
Yeah, but you see, you would have missed all that. So
exactly.
If you've entered, so say at 52, between 52 and 53, or even 51, so you could have taken your trade stop loss at 57.
Yeah.
Right, which is all the way up there. Yeah, and you'd be absolutely safe, and you'd be walking away now with TP2.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
I get that now. Yeah, thank you for that, Cam. Appreciate that.
That's all right. That's what we're here for.
Right? I appreciate that.
So it's 43 minutes past. You think, right, is it going to push through this now? It doesn't matter to you. You've got TP2 in the bag. Get rid of the trade, or move your stop loss to better than break even and see where it goes. And that's your own style, how you can develop this.
Okay. That makes a hell of a lot more sense to me now.
Brilliant. Look, we're here to educate, right? The making money part, pressing the button, that's your job. You do that whenever you like. But we'll try and teach you what to look for before you press the button.
I mean, one thing I have learned when the market's retracing, when the market's at a sell, and it's a consistent sell for it has been for the last 3 hours on a trade day. Yeah, I'm very, very, I won't say very confident, but better than what I was. Is I know probably where the market's going to go in the next half an hour. So
look at this now. It's engulfed the entire hour. Got about another 20 pips to whatever. Yeah, it's literally got 20 pips to go, and it engulfs the whole of the hour. Right. So it's sold everything it bought in the first hour, and that's all it is. Just a series of patterns. Right. So we'll refresh now. Still selling. I saw my camera going down then, Rajit. Come here, you. I don't know why it does that. It's supposed to be so sophisticated. I can do everything on it. But then it does this.
I'm looking to get myself. I'm just looking at which laptop to buy next because I need one. So,
are you a Windows man or an Apple man?
Apple man.
They're doing some really good deals. I think they've got a really nice, like a light. If it's just for this, you just need the definition of the charts and the camera.
It's just for trading purposes.
Yeah, I use an iPad.
Yeah, just for trading. I mean, I've got an iPad. I've got my phone, but then my office is set at home because of my health. I'm working from home for the foreseeable future. So but then obviously I've got my work laptop. I've got 3 screens, but those 3 screens are for work. So beside my office, I want to set up my trading pod, should I say? So I've got a couple of screens so I can trade better.
Well, I bought iMac Mini.
Oh yeah, is it the Mini or is it the Nano?
I bought the mini, the
Oh.
box thing that sits on the desktop. So that's for
Oh
my
right,
desktop.
okay, all right, yeah.
About 600 quid, I think it was, and I got my own screens and everything else. I already have the screens.
Oh. I'm trying to use my daughter's discount at Apple because she's a uni student.
Why not? Why not? Every little helps, as Tesco says, right?
Of course, of course, of course.
So you're
Of
at
course.
TP1 with that trade, right? We hit TP1, so you could have some profit there. So it's sold down to here, but it's sitting at TP1. So you could take some profit. You could have had TP2 there on the bottom of that.
Personally, I'm thinking in the first 2 hours of trading in the London opening market, I'm gonna take this day as a TP one day so far.
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's TP2 again. So listen, obviously we can get it wrong, right? And I've lost money, I'm sure you have. But this is almost like a paint by numbers system of trading these trade cards. Yeah?
Yeah.
No, just wonderful. So we're heading towards the last 10 minutes that we put together this morning. Hope you enjoyed yourself. You had a really, really good session. So we had Don from Hawaii join us. He's gone to bed now. I think he's 11 or 13 hours behind us, which is wonderful. We've had people here last week. We had a gentleman from Iran. And
right, guys, sorry, I'm gonna go now because I'm going down for my angiogram.
All right, buddy. All the best.
Guys, thank you very much. Have a lovely day, everyone. Cam, have a lovely day ahead, and we'll speak to you soon.
Look after yourself, brother.
Cheers.
I will see you guys at 1 o'clock. Those of you that are joining us, all the best with the test. Yeah, beautiful. How amazing is that, guys? We can technology number one, hospital. Yeah, you can join and do this. Absolutely, just I don't know what to say sometimes, to be honest with you. It's just I get overwhelmed by emotion in terms of what can be achieved today in the world that some of us were born in was nothing, no internet, no nothing in those days. What can be achieved, the reach that we can have. Raj is in hospital, Don was in Hawaii. That in that environment he still finds time. And I suppose it's nice in a way that those places can be boring. He's got lots of tests and things, has some health challenges, but makes 2% at the same time. Whilst he's doing that, what other business could you do that in? Right? Wonderful. It's 49 minutes past. We're going to take the last but one trade card. And we're going to see how we do that. I'm just listening to the conversations next door. And this is Jay and our contractors. Is selling on the trade card. Be careful because it's a green candle. So we don't normally enter a sell on a green candle. And as we just discussed with Raj, that you could have entered that last trade, waited for it to retrace. There you go. Waited for it to retrace and had TP2. So there's plenty of opportunity there. You just need to be concentrating on what you're doing. Sometimes I wish I wasn't doing what I'm doing because then I could trade like crazy. We've been very successful. We've been very, very, very successful in trading since we started taking the trade cards. And we were successful before, but it was different. It was just different. You start to wait around until the trader felt that the setup was right to give you those trades. Although we worked with a trader that gave us a lot of trades in terms of not sitting around for one trade a day, etc. But this 5-minute thing that we drive ourselves is a complete game changer for me and my trading and those around me. I couldn't sit up last night, watch a football, and I could have traded through all those that whole session. Could have sat and traded, right? because let's face it, there are moments when in football, like I was doing that during Grand Prix yesterday, I was looking at the market, what it was doing, and obviously it wasn't trading on Sunday. Market's not open, but I was looking at all that. So that's gone, and we would not have entered that trade. It's been in green. Yeah. So the market again, is it reversing? Is some of those losses or sell-off in the hour? So it's engulfed the entire candle, gone back up now. Okay, so you need to be looking at these kind of things. Look at this now. So this is 8 o'clock, the green candle, till 9. And the 9 till 10 virtually mirrored that. It's reversing back now. As I was saying, I think it's a buying market today. We'll have obviously retracements. So 52 minutes past. I'll be back with you at 1 p.m. after we finish our session off at 10 today. Thank you very much for joining me this morning. I hope you've had a profitable morning trading-wise. Let me know. And it's a discipline. Have a business plan. Have a day diary. Have a notepad. Writing down where you're starting your day, where you want to finish the day. We have trading plans to the end of the year. Yeah, Mrs. J and I, we have trading plans to the end of the year where we want our accounts to be at the end of 2026. Okay? 6 months away, by the way, as of the 1st of July. So halfway through 2026. And I want your second half. You weren't with me during the first half. I want you to be with me in the second half. I want to make you successful traders. So as a sell, market's been buying. So it's reversed back. That's fine. Sometimes I'll scalp some of these outside of the trade cards. This is going to be a great drop. He's doing this. So we'll see what 55 brings. We've got the last signal trade card, beg your pardon, that I'm going to take. Probability based, 32 million data points. It's monitoring all the time. Ranging market, really. 55 minutes. So here goes, last one. What's it saying to us? It's still selling. Okay. So like I said, it could be a really nice drop from here. Could be a really nice trade to take. Taking that one with you. See where she goes. So sell. 50s at TP1. Let's see where she goes. Yeah, just sat there, doing nothing, having a little think. Set your TPs, set your stop loss. Stop loss is the second thing you set after you press the button to trade. Should be in profit now. Just TP1. No. Yes, TP1. Only just hit it. I was thinking of buying, to be honest with you. I was thinking at it the wrong way around from the figures that are there. I hadn't got my head quite right. Just sitting there wondering. she's going to do. One of my clients the other day I was talking to, he said, you know, I said, did you get that TP6, TP7 and all the rest of it? I wasn't in those trades. And I think that's the key, is to be in all the trades. If you can get rid of your trade every 5 minutes or 4 minutes or 3 minutes, yeah, and be in the next one, you'll get the ones where we hit TP5s and 7s and 12s and all the rest of it. Right? You've got to be in the market to make money. Remember that. People are too careful, or people are too cavalier. I want to develop a real approach. That's TP1. There you go. That's TP1. So I'm in profit now. So you could take that, or you can let it carry on. Move your stop loss to break even. Or a little bit closer. You know, if you can't get there, so if you're going to carry on trading now, you need access to the trade cards. You can click on that QR code, get the simplified ones if you're not part of our community. Or you can obviously have access to the full ones. So TP1, it's gone back, retraced back, going back up. It's just sitting there ranging now. Drop back towards TP1 again. And that's how we go. So we've got a couple of minutes now. So I want to see you out. I'll see you at 1 o'clock in the same place you are, whether you're on YouTube or whether you're on Facebook or LinkedIn. Come back to the same place at 1 o'clock, and we'll trade for another 2 hours if you're going to trade with me. If you're going to carry on, I wish you all the best this morning. Trading is here to serve you. Okay, it's not your master. For too long, Raj said it, we made it our master. We were trading all the time. Yeah, we were in trades all the time, and it was awful. The lifestyle's awful. You're always anxious. You're always staring at your phone wherever you are. And that's not what this is all about. The Trade with Cam community is to teach you to trade for the amount of hours that you want to trade, the way you want to trade, to take a defined profit. Yeah, that's TP1 again. Take a defined profit off your trades. That's TP2. And live your life. Yeah, build that account. If you're starting with small numbers, then build that account to tens of thousands of pounds, hundreds of thousands of pounds. Yeah, nice profit now, TP2. Yeah, said to you, I thought the market was coming down from where it was. I still think it's a buying market today. But it doesn't matter what I think. Yeah, I can be absolutely wrong. They're just thoughts and they're conversations. Okay, so lovely. So that's TP2 here. It's now 10 o'clock. I'm going to leave you with that trade. Thank you so much for joining me. I want to sign off. If there's anything you need, my phone number's in the chat. I'll put it here again. Remember the +44. I'll just put it here. 07940 100 100. That's my personal mobile. WhatsApp me there. If you need anything from me, if you want to join us, got any questions, come along. Okay, take care, and I will see you at 1 o'clock.